The massive pressure is looming on Domekwa Benya constituency as by-election can be described as very imminent, following a wide range of condemnation and criticism from some elements and party stalwarts in the governing party to persuade the Member of Parliament for the area, Honorable Adjoa Safo, to make herself available for the passage of the e-levy. However, all attempts to make this happen proved futile, leaving the governing party more desperate in isolation. Meanwhile, a research group, Global Info Analytics, have cautioned the government to be more measured and circumspect in the decision to hold by-elections, since the decision can cost the government, according to the opinion polls. Tonight, we zero down on this polls and what it means to the governing party, NPP. Welcome, viewers here in Ghana and around the world. I am Kweku Anan, and this is the Seed Show. We're live tonight on the Superhighway Netu TVGH, Hawk TVGH, plus Sources Radio, and Mansan FM broadcasting tonight from UK. I'm another radio in the United States, Kanewu Radio in Amsterdam, and of course, Osimpam 95.5 FM is also picking the feed from Winneba. NAP Radio 90.1 FM is picking from Asinfosu across the world, across the globe, also on all the affiliates and dozens of networks picking the feed tonight. Let's get started. Mesame Mwakwaba, and the 28th day of February 2022, the year of our Lord. Ushe Mwanaja said, next month, then the first quarter of the year is gone. Najasi Yura, second quarter munso na Yekoyenim. And the year 2022 will be gone, and that will be the end of story. Kakrakra na finish say, Yekwakura election 2024. Anymore senior Beshini President Obedi Omenzo. Ebusia, and ne asem da ponoso. Na asem da ponoso no so ya asemwa. Emu eyehye papa. Then komono so emu eyehwam. All the responsibility we have here tonight to do is by the very virtue of the fact to say the Seed Show yensa aka a report kese ba ko as a report yene Ghana for eba beche sa report we. And this is a report prepared and presented by Global Info Analytics for an Equayasa survey way. Now, here comes to say, ye na ya to say, e-levy hunsem aye bibi trimamen train many ade. Well, by and large, ya titi to say, the governing party NPP difficulties or more sabriama e-levy muntimi pass here. It's also against the backdrop say one of the member no intimi Emma Parliament all effort to persuade her so beba the floor of the House mama passing proved futile with several efforts back and forth. Party stalwarts full play role Nina still in fact. What they are not to there is also this rumor or there's this the talking any rumor we've heard couple of times. Party stalwarts for Air Casa. Some journalists, if we be crazy analysis, say, well, if they push and pull, no, na tag of warning kuya. Well, I think that the governing party can resort to that of what by-elections. All these way, abeye issues playing on the table. However, ebisu bisaze where by-elections, domek kwa benyano, ebetimi hold you and entimi hold. What would all this play out? Great. Here comes them. So our think tank group where Global Info Analytics for Aqua what you call an opinion poll. Dome Kwabenya special opinion poll 21st of February 2022 and the one yes our poll. Now, as someone a was our report we mu and ne me babe yimunsem achiremo. This is a pretty fascinating report, very explosive indeed. Ne ye nemo babe che report we. Na sa report we the American say the political establishment among Ghana, NPP, NDC, CPP, PNC, all the parties nina and nana mama so emra sense the report we all that this report is going to do for you no say is going to give you a heads up and it's also going to give you more information as to what you need to do. Stick and stay, a lot is coming tonight on your way. I just say you're presenting in the amount, but until said discussions we need to take you off, and of course you know your health status has returned. You're baba be sheni de nyoma atutu Great, welcome back, and this is the Seed Show tonight. We are broadcasting live from this very studio here in Accra, the headquarters of Kencity Group of Companies. Affiliate stations here in an Apiki feed. Now, Anadridia, we have a great responsibility before us. Now, report we said na American. Who be here pa say political establishment and mobile mama so abahene Anadriwe. Because he means them. I can only describe it as this is very explosive, pretty fascinating issues in here. Now, report we ebe yi enema bebree achre and say time wa sa by elections in semen na namwiemu say beba so say maso no and sa think tank group we eye fast no mo call grounds ho and no mo kokoye sa e friend saying opinion polls we. Now there are about 10 thematic areas and as our report we a capture. It starts with the methodology, demography. And one start 1. Direction of the country and president's job approval. Womo any the people of Domeko Abenyafo di nkomo. Ebisa womo say president Nedjuma eti saying esueni ana esueni. Womo ma answer. Answer no report them and now betins them. In that same report one more science ebisa the people of Domeko Abenyafo say E11 no muhu ni saying madwene am saying we E11 no one more answer our report them. Ebiom one more so ebisa the people of Domeko Abenya say to recall Adwasafo and by election muhu ni saying say ye beto aba ewo ho by election ewo Domeko Abenya ho no sa abiriwe mu no wo madwene e kire mo sen wo mubu ne sen wo mo ma answer ni na our report nim ebiom wo mo science bisa say voters preference in NPP primaries and say NPP for primaries say ye ba be ye NPP for e ba be yi candidates man be yi we be due party nim for election 2024 no wo mo present candidates ahodo edema Domeko Abenyafo say candidates wenim why and mo prefer say o medi monim in the next election no and so mo ma answer e we report no and now mo san to asubiom say voters preference in the NDC primaries in the NDC hono so no wo mo present ma wo mo say why and mo prefer say NDC party no o medi enimu for the next election and so my answer is in this report. And on call subium say voters preference in general elections between two main political figures be in MPP no womu yi openi bi and omode ne beka opposition for susu penny bi ho say womu mienu no se dom gina simpie so a now, Mamia specific one. In the report, a capture the Vice President, His Excellency Dr. Baumia, and John Mahama, see a domusi simpieswa, why NSSO Dinkunim in the general elections. In that same report, one more science also Eddie Ora Allen, Quadro Chremantin, and John Mahama, and Susu Jina Simpies say Basi and Tuamoso about why and obeding Kunim. Then the last thing was, who is the best to replace President Adodankwa Akufo-Addo in the year 2025? Report here capture a wide range of issues, very explosive. But then here comes this is just like a subset of the entire 100 constituency in the whole of Ghana. Now, if you look at the reflection of the events, post now, Obi Baka said, it gives us a heads up or otherwise a wake-up call into other things that, as I said, political organizations should be looked out for. Again, you can look at Domeko Abenya say it's a pro-governing party, in a constituency or otherwise to say it's an opposition. The reflection of the report will tell each of this political party how to navigate their way and what they need to do as soon as possible. Very explosive report. Import to the extent ebeba say asem kan nye ye ne ye kan ye de kasem ebeba say nani chire Domeko Abenya say one person mo ye by election wo ho results e beba na kire e be de be ya report na kire ni na. This is what we say, we call say the people of the constituency have spoken. What is that report all about? Tonight, we're going to give you everything in this report. Ya chenyo manimu mienu near presented the amount. Na wa washe the part 1 no ubehu said the ensem no esitie. Channel social health status tonight has returned in the year 2022, and of course tonight 21st clinic for Ewaha ebe my some perspectives and analysis. Ye no mu wie pe straight ni ye Ghana speaks. Ye wia na chese mpenimfo a wonomo edasa edwumakoyi anom eye global info analytics mpenimfo so air transit, but before me transit no what we need to say Ghana speaks and also edda epono so nene Ghana speaks e debe ne yehwem. We are presenting to you the declassified report from the United States Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, giving a full account of how some high-profile politicians were ostensibly used to destroy Ghana's young democracy as the democracy is growing. Mobeka last week, and this our report, the part 1, 2, the by any presented at the amount. And of course, we are also following a lot of developing stories tonight. We will also enter Ukraine. The standoff, if you like, the Russian-Ukraine crisis is now a global affair. Looking at it all, no, there's a whole trouble pa say after, before and now and whatever. We are looking at this Ukraine crisis, you know, what impact may be making on the global economy, of which Ghana is not an exception. There's a lot at stake. As I say, we are gauging on a lot of issues. Dr. Mafo Ewa has say, na yenene bedin komo tell ye ya pe Ghana speaks to us, and then you guess and so a baby translate. Mafo memo adwo what is saying? Great. Now and 21st clinic, dear na mo pesi ye hwe na etie fo na ahwefo no so e de bo ban.
And you be kasa kakra afa kidney cyst.
Kidney cyst?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Unsempempi no ye wo nipa bi o no ma.
Yeah.
Omuna se e hyase tatai. E ho no ma obon se otena se kakra na ne na ase apagya.
Yeah.
Ana obeda so na ne na ase apagya. Ba se ode ne nsa emia o se etom.
Aye. And quickly, ebisu mu a wo mani ase ha sei. Ene so tumi epagya sa. Yes me bisa say de ba dia.
Yes, no on say no a different bit my different conditions. It's an infection a bit me I then akose.
Oh, okay.
Na say kidney cyst I can once me ankasa no. A bit in grandma wanimu no asuli. Wanimu no I then ahunhu. Esan say toxins say produce more ankasa wo kidneys ni mo a. Enya wo na asenko a. So be o mo be sorry na nanimu na peja. Yes. And you won't send an animal as was one. It's in a problem.
I know they be Canada also call boxing and I don't know said,
say, yeah, did you moon so I had there a hard dream by ye. The son saying, I need be obedient in your maybe I obey no. A bit to me, I must say, or how in Abba. See, I can't say kidney cyst now. I say, ensure abijina u kidneys nimo. And now you can't say kidney cyst. Now, when say yen kidneys no, idea you can't say a essential organ and casa would be.
Yes.
And where Biane are woody in row are wonum. And your Biana are woyano, a coni peduan winano, a kidney no, and a etimi edi hujuma. Na etimi say a fin I then a free nipeduemo. And say what did diemo, I will be a one show what did you know? A yadian say at the how cassia and answer to Marcasia about kidneys. So, a son said, a Juma was a yeno. A son in your maybe I would didn't know. It may Emma, it me jina u kidneys nimo. My kidneys need to me and yet a Juma ye. Na afraid at the or how cassia then eba nipedianiso. Na ye can't say kidney system. Almost say o kidneys no eye adwuma bebre di dwuma bebre a esombo na enuane a wodi aduane bi a wo ye ni nyina no ade say kidneys esone so na eyi say fi nyina afri mu eti say nsuo hyase say time a entumi emma kidneys no enye adwuma se ne ese na afei de ahyase abobo apo ewo kidneys ni mu na afei de say ohaw nyina eba nipadua ne so
but yenim say kidney na essential ne de oya ne say or regulate insuo any aduane na sefo so the causes of say obe break it down infections na betimi ama abasa
yes ena enuane a onipa no bedi say we obi a ope more meter so we obi a ope na mo pa ena we obi a ope ensa alcohol pa na yade a etimi ebe hya say ebetimi akose this kidney cyst esan say on say wodwonso na say your urine analysis na say hu say ebia protein bi ewo wodwonso mu a yade say a sign of kidney infection ente wo say wodwonso ne ye nhwehwemu a ewo say hu say ene o mane nyina yade wo tunso obi wo ma abehwe ne dunso na wo hu say sikira nkasa ewo ne dunso ne nyina na yade a ebetimi ama say kidney cyst ya aye ka ho asem ya den aba enti say ne o ma yi nyina no say kidneys na ntimi anya ho adwuma na etena kidneys mu cha na ahyase abobo apo ewo ni kidneys na ede ahohyehye pa na eba ntunse wo bi
kidney infection
kidney infection say kidney cyst wo bi wo ho ane ho ehyehye no ye wo bi wo ho no mankasa oti pin na nkasa ewo na chi na ye wo bi wo say ba na yem na yafun na ase wo no say ho na kidneys ni locate ye wo ho no ma oti ya wankasa na ewo ho na de di kan say ewo ho ana na say de atata na say kidney cyst na epija unanti kakra na ekọ epija unanti kakra na ekọ ni nyina no say ye wo simple cyst na nkasa ho ne wo multiples na say apo na abo wo kidney say ye ba akope a eno no ewo ho a obun say ona na say na tata kakra na ekọ tata kakra na ekọ ba say apo ni dose na say ye multiples a obun say na fe dia abeya de a ba bejina ona emu hia say o so otu anamo na wobetimi awo say yare we kidney cyst ya unhu hwe until say finally na be betimi break you down tina bibia ya na ye ka say hu be hia say wobetu anamo anya say bia
checkups
o yare nko a wo take ultrasound na yetimi scan wo kidneys ni mu na na ahwe say mfunso bi ye dan ewom ebi wo kra na enye say kidney cyst ya ye kan obi wo ho no kra na ye hydronephrosis na insuo afa ni kidneys ni hu nyina.
But for such mean can say for want of excess water to me enya access echo kidney ni musa.
Yes, one say yeah can say na one kasa wudi kan kra can say kidneys ni juma e dia say regulate the water. Regulating
obi ka so say is because menum nso bebreba na
regulating nso amfa say wo ni paduam na one say eye nneoma miensa kidneys no esone enuoma so say edro say aduane na afi de nutrients na anase nuane nu na ewo aduane mu anase bi enura bi awanom no esanko nipadua no na ne miensa so no so na yesi secretion enuoma bi a enye ewo nipadua no eye na adwonso na eba out na say kidneys na regulate no say ye cancer say bi a say chimen say apoi eye kidney cyst ebe mu a entumi ma kidneys no enye adwuma eye enti nia ewo say filtration no nia ewo say esone so no esan say chima kakra ya den ato ni kidneys ni mu ntino entumi ni say adwuma no na afedi nsuo na ewo say eba kidneys ni mu na afedi afa kidneys ni ho esan say ni dwuma ewo say edini ena esan say how na abamu no ntino entumi mfilter bio entumi mfilter enya de a dodo na bitimi akọ kidney na afede ne ewo sanka ewramu no ni nyina ntimi wramu sana afa ni kidneys ni ho enti ye kan say ye condition a ye kan wa say hydronephrosis na ye so nipa no obetwa ne ultrasound na obehu say ensuo agina ni kidneys ni ho ankasa esan say entimi mfilter entimi ensone neoma so bio esan
say kidney problem about
yes na is a problem about
yes
etu so obi ho no ma onu maduro pepepe na ne na asase say tata no nya reactions yes na kire wo say sister ankasa aform entimi nyi efini ye emfini padua na efino aka kidney nim etu no obi ana the great sign nti say ona say tata ya enya dey say emfa enhye say say what na ho no ma che obehwe kura na onipa ne tena ho be 30 minutes no hu say ne na se atatai enti ma emfen hye say entena ho a bi a metena ho na se nyina ho nti na me na se but e wo se wutimi e check your kidneys ehwe yetimi era na ultrasound na ye chemistry labs for kidneys no na ye hwe se chima bi wo mu a ansa na watimi atu ho anamo esan say kidney system e mo nka ye but ubehu an say aka wato no na afede de nsunsu aso bebre ye woni pa bu a omo edwan omo sin bibia ena no eba obetime atu ho anamo obeka so bi na bi a eye obibi
na se ho be hyehye wa na
ho edere ye wo bi wo ha o si aso ho ase ahwia makwa ankasa gu ni nipadua no
oh wow
onya burning sense esan say toxins eduro a wanom no efi ewo enuane a wudi ne fi om ni nyina ko gina wo kidneys ni mu na ma wo system na ye more toxins na emoja nso so ekọ nipadua ni mu nyina no ekọ wo kidneys ni ho ansa na echimi so aye adwuma wo nipadua ni mu nyina enti se eba sa na ede se toxins nyina ye den efra emoja na ehenti eno na ebe ma ede sa ahohyehye aba nipadua ni mu nyina na obonse na wona ase esase utimi nya lower back pain ankasa onse se yehwe the section of the kidneys na ewo wachi ono mfa oyem no okakra enti obonse eho no na wobeti se yawo no ewo kese pa ehu behia se obetimi atu anamo na wahu se chima bie ni ho no na wahu wadidie nso ye se wo obi a wo pe ensa no ma wo se utimi ejai.
Great, so that's the causes yenhwe causes you know
enam meat to be ope red meat bia no e ya dia oma kidneys no more pressure.
I see.
And I will be ope ensan bia anso no oma kidneys no more pressure. Ade bia na caffeine enso wo mu no nso no eno nso ya ade a ema kidneys no pressure. Esa say wo no nyoma caffeine wo ma ema wo Johnson tentem.
I see.
Still na ema wo Johnson tentem na e chere say kidneys na ye adwuma more than expected. Enti no se uyo obi a utiki nyoma bi a caffeine wo ma wo se utimi ete so ana se bia uja akra anya se betimi de se kidney system ana se ohawa e bia beba o kidneys no no e betimi de ade de ama enti yadidie mu no yade a ehia pa yi.
Great. Mafo, apart from say the symptom and the sign of nice and nice atatai, what other symptoms by no be hu? Ufri wa ba hu tutu, then what next?
Yes, other symptoms are obe hu ni say oyefu na nkasa na se no obeti more pains ankasa de ewo ho no eno no yade a obe hu ubetimi ateki mra ba still na always no obeti pain pa ena obechase enya severe lower back pain ankasa ena ewo ho no ma obeti very sharp pain ankasa se etwi free wachi no etwa waya asesa enti wo nipa bi wo munya sharp pain ankasa at the lower abdominal region na ni nyina ya de a ekire wo se eye this kidney system na ede bon kai na hu se ne ya kan se endorse wa emo wo se nkai ne sa enti ade ya na ma wo hu kese pa aye se wo na anse na tata
just when I send I say real
yes and the enti eno ne de eno ne the early sign a ebe mu hu se kidney no or how bi aye de aba ho omo mbenya se ahohye burning sensation na ya de a ache na hu se timi ye wo kidneys ni nyina ti obi wo abetwa no scan no e bia left kidney na inso na jina obi wa right ni inso na jina obi won so above ni nyina benkum ni nifa ni nyina na inso nso etimi ye den ejina ho
obi si mi bizarre say so with this if the situation is unattended to a bit may lead to kidney failure.
Yes,
correct.
On say kidney failure na dey meet mark say the last stage of any kidney conditions. It will chances a bit may lead to kidney failure no high. Esan say kidney failure no ebeba as a result say ejuma was say kidneys no no entimi nye bio. Ena already na nkasa kidney system na wanya no say kidneys na nkasa function ye. Say the edijuma na swati. Eti the more na is unattended say untimi ntu anamo bia no na afide eye kese na afide eye kese na ema o kidneys no emu befi na eye more toxins at the end of the day, you know, kidneys, you know, ever finding difficult, say a bit more security, secretion bit may take place. I must say, no main na the after. To be a whole man, because I won't say, or John Soprana, not Pampine, Cassipia, the womb. Yes, and say, and you may be Ancasa, and I say, other harmful substances, be Ancasa, up, back, the kidneys, ni more, mano, science and so on. Yeah, DBA was a with me. Between one and more, at least every 6 months, we are not me check it with kidney status. Now, who said she may be a woman, and I say, be a maybe any. Now, wait to me, who and I'm more over to now, Uncle Fa or how can she be?
Great Nanko Fa how can Sibia Amber? Yes, Dr. Mafo, I'm from 21st Clinic Hospital, and I'm in Edim Common. Basically, analysis ni na no, ya share no same. The causes, the effects about say your kidney no touch man and neoma the brain so deba say na obi bisa no say betimi lead to kidney failure. The answer is yes. It says kidney no and one a regulatory body ni ensuo a ekọ nipadua nim bibia liquid nnuane o fa owedwuma kese ye ihwa ya de bi keto bi zo tiny eyi bi wo body ne side and side fail was say obebo ho ban no na edo ewura ensamampo mu. The me can ni said ye can na I say anansesem o ubetie ni sa bibini Ghana ni betie ni sa ba ubehu se utu anamon wo kwan paso a na nche de asomdwe ni enije aba me yenya transasi su me ho ato ye mesrew ko 21st Clinic ni yenhwe na yentumi hu remedy no yenso ano emfree se ebeduru bebia na akoye ndabone mafo yede ubesi kra na chese de ba sa na ba ka kire Ghana for symptom signs ni na chino dear no money.
Dear Meccan say, or Nipper Biano, ye dear Woody.
Yeah.
Yes, answer, ye can't say, Ubina say kidney 60 age now, and so woody.
Yeah.
I did come both say meat. And I did be an alcoholic content a woman. So, and ye and mouth. And I know maybe a match of caffeine. And so, and your mouth. It's there was a wood to me a dirty who free home. Now we take a lot of fruit and vegetables. Send a bit me aboa na abibia me a cleansing system. Na intimate mass formation of system no emma kidneys na emfa or how be anya the embryo.
Emma. Great. Into Zabri obiti yam. Ye kase ya wo hwe show ya ote ho ne ne ase atata emma emema ne ne ase atata obi ba ya we yi ni mpaboa no kra egu ho. Sense ne nani na aye heavy edie ben na sa nipa na yeso ye ochina na pa tututu kosi se wiki be ko ne wina na mo ben na zo tu
onipa na mo wo so tu ne se untimi ntena fie enye bibia
yeah
na wo ban so ayi ntimi nka se ona ase atata ntino eno an se ye koso na ye hwe ye be se ye bebo model na ye twa scan ama na ya hwe na ye hu se e kidney 60 aye kan hu asema ye timi etu anamo na ya hwe enti e ubetimi aba ese nyame adu ye nya 2 branches aka 16 ne ho ese 21st Clinic ye wo 18 branches na e wo Ghana hanum na de ye bie na nsenya wo oboase se o hwe baabi a ya so ye no a ye wo Court Junction onuma na enkoko enso ye wo stadium onuma main gate onuma na 21st Clinic ya so ye wo IED ejuma wo Accra hanum so ye wo East Legon American House na ye wo Tema ye wo Kaswa ye wo Dome obetime afre na enchiremu bia na asa kwanhye bia no ye de amount enti obetime afre afa se ahoma we so 0540 311 311 0540 311 311.
Good. Bomodia na contact 21st Clinic for Yaribia na ma enye te say only kidney nko na obetimi de alcohol there be just obeko impo for general checkup keke no mbehwe everything about or blood everything about yareben the very fact is omo mu di akotene ewo kid events sciatica mo nchire say the rest no mo attend to wo mahwe kama yaribia na ehun so ne ehun eduro I de bema na niama etimi ade akoye the amount. Of course, at this moment, it's just about 9 minutes past the hour 8. We've walked one leg of the journey. Enti happiness me do be Ghana speaks him straight away. Now, answer Nebira Ghana speaks him no. Makachro say we are following up on a lot of developing stories. Yes. And tonight we are following up on this story where a high-profile Ghanaian who served this country in a regime died a couple of years ago. Police report have cited that his will was altered. Meanwhile, family members believe murder was the case. You need the case we chipaye. Won't say case we my one announcement a very tough issue. A investigation here started sometime last year. Beginning of last year, ni diko we and he has bedru as everywhere. Now, sa story we enche yebe pa hontama akire we. Eye Ghana ni penia was serve omen no onye politician though, but he served politician na appointee no, meaning say president no a politician na and appointee papa penny pa or you penny papa dimu akotene Ghana for mu behu enche na me sure say penny for am wo memu ha no at the upper crust of the decision making bebre mu call bia na yie but na munim reason why ntia bia ofri mu papa yi free mu no ebusuafo no hu say no enema bi nko yie na ansa na papa no nso be free mu no papa no edi nipa mienu ebi esi ho say womo enomo ye the executors of the will into womo corner accordingly. Now, for some strange reason, papa ne will no ewie ne busuafo no suspect say bibi nko yie. Enti womo the will no any nyoma bi ekoma the CID for say womo nya hwehwemu say there be bibi nko yie ampa CID for report apie ne kire say papa ne will no obi edenensa ehya and then the signature also was altered. How Kwanye fast so e ba sa de investigation na ebepie ubehu ubete ebium some investigation na mu nso no pie mu se papai na owo ne ho kafo binim ni ade ono omo ho but at the last hour of closer to the untimely demise na one erebi na one ne tie oye raben ya oho na asem ni na awo story way makapen yeah the first says story way is like a wake up call to a nipa mpinifo pia mo memu a sebe mo mu bibidie because a nipa bi so any nam nipa bi ho a wo mayo mo ho say call them alleged gold diggers so say dey yo baby oho de baby oho ya soche no na o mayo mo ho slay queens no ne ade no mu butubutu ho na o mo hwe de ekọ pa no mama so na ekoro it's a very serious issue na yebebie so magana for no mehu said your honsam no esi etie again. We're also following up on the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine, the impact of the war on global economy, assessment of evacuation of Ghanaian nationals in the minimum year say the mutie ye ka say obia nim say especially mo amoniji international news no obia hu de ekọ but I cannot believe say sa war we de Ghana ni bia ni de akire Russia and Ukraine na me person me tempted to go into that analysis as far as our issues we are concerned enche many expert for our main security intelligence international relations woma betranse na ya hwe the impact this war is going to make on us menemo ka say na imre ye ne Ghana ni bia make us say wetimi abomoden epie efree Ukraine bedru Poland from Poland or the bedru Germany and still making his way out. Yanena Ebeka, so a final year medical student in Lviv University. Or a medical student, Yaneno Ebedin Commonian resident Samno, AC Etia Honum. But you see, Sa Ukraine Russian war, a wake up, says Sa and Tukowe Ama. Kweku nami nim se ye kase nyatwom pa wo wiase a enipa to me nyatwom say I am not for one to support the invasion of Ukraine. No. More especially considering say men, no, women and children. How many days ni? It's about 6 days or so. I stand to be corrected. Children, women and children have become the heaviest casualties. But then again, those of us in the field of security intelligence, assessments and all of that, your baby say bisa no hunsemo. Say na say na we city and the US government is standing as if say Jama Russia pe and then the niabra okukunkum innocent people. Hello? The answer is no. And I think it is high time the United Nations Nankasa should begin to consider there being reforms. United Nations, as I said, to me consider reforms. The history, I think both the international events and wars are helping to distort history. International media no empesa omode ne kure ebepie ene yehu de yehu. But we be awunim the history before the collapse of the Venezuela, the USSR no, there is a history. Sa history no si aboho ban yo, si amoho ban yo, and then the dey bedri say. Yes. Enye bibi nti ena Russia for to share Crimea for no so. I na omudu omani asan akwa mia Ukraine for so a wo mo keka koyo. Na obi be ka say while Russia echo Ukraine so is it a proxy war? Is it because Russia for ehwehwe obi ana which is which? Asema down in yasam kito. Ghana for mumi ehwe niye. I sabaga say fire ho but hu sunsun so betiesi the global world no so a enye asem kito sa. But America for I think say America for entiase say nyatwom no wo mo mesonte. Na American mpanimfo nso kasa bebre na manhwe ni ye eho ena mema Rasputin ne dom so eni abrese o sadia the west should come because as at enra no de ye tete say afidie Putin aye na adwen say all nuclear sisi nuclear arms ni na no should be on the highest alert. I don't know how they want to gauge into the global situations there. Third World War na mo pese ba na say ye ka say China any Taiwan ensu gina simpie so dindindin yo san to kwwe so mutimi twi sanya ana say Ukraine for submerged by Russia. The next into kwa eno so da ho a the global world ne ye di eni behwe no China Taiwan. I know so America for ya edimu akutini ye China forces say munyina ye to Kowe, China, America, Taiwan, Australia is beginning to box up. It's going to play on our faces very soon. And then America kong or between Ukraine aka NATO events ekuo no ho eno ne dia Russia for say enye adwuma. But you see, if you read the whole if you read the whole background of NATO in the alliance history, it is part of their charter and they say krobia oka NATO ho no ento kwesi a wo mu na so me yeden wo mutu ebebe boawo because Ukraine nka ho ninti no eno mu na agina simpie so obi agina nchen o they are all outside looking in and then the press conferences back and forth. Now you see what's the name? Putin what the sanctions eto ne nyoma so ne banks or may freezing. Listen, the Western powers, you ain't doing anything. And it's just a scratch on the surface. Just a scratch on the surface. There's more than to meet the eye. We are the global crisis. Oshes is here. Tunnel kesia and now pipeline a year from Russia. The Nord Stream. A year later, yadi eba Germany. A cost to the European government billions and billions of dollars. And then ye lay pipe near we and anything ye gas because the whole of Europe Germany particular depend on Russia about 70% of gas. And the pipeline ya close to no. Can you imagine? Or how a dibeba Europe I bet trickle down all over. Maybe beka Africa, Ghana ka home. But we say there be a kasache Ghana, Mpenifosene, any African Mpenifose. Mama Africa, yam building our economy. Let's begin to search for our own narrative. Let's own our own narrative. And no matter what Africa, you bet to be develop here. You bet to be build the economy. I have spoken ostensibly about the fact that Ghana, we have to build what you call the metal economy. Can't we do it? Because we have the gold, we have the diamond, we have the bauxite. Can't we build metal economy? We can. And so abroni be yenti benifo imusi muntiminye and edi ekoyo. Now when the global pillars, the global powers are begin to play out, do you think that Russia for they care? They don't care. Woman baby omujina. America for jina. Economy is way now. Woman okay. If the rest of the world will go on the economic recession and follow Africans way, and then Matiso almost see the city, the city currency is the worst currency ever. I don't know. Nepapemuno. America for your muhu anoma kokone efa ni ayese or how ni atetia ekosu owiase na ewiase nya sundri na bebre na efri America for ya. The world's most superpower. And so Bonina Mudi. If you read history, the atrocities caused by the Western powers, the overthrow of legitimate governments around the world, enipa ye kumwamo ewa sasisu ya overthrow of government. Ebini people na nemebeka ya chiramono. Yes. Including the overthrow of the first president of this republic, or Dr. Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah, was instigated by them. She bomba America for Muko Tutu Hinfa, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In 1945, they see ne a croninya sumrio. And some bombs here Muko Tutu way. It was not because they were targeting the Japanese. So go and check the history. It was a proxy war against the Russians. The Russians have been very quiet for a very long time, all because of this global supremacy of the Western world. In Tukwa, America for makunwa sasiso ekum nipa. And yami one say a senator like Sandy Vincent, what's his name? Sandy Banda so saying, Kasetia the American government say, no, wait a minute, won't take it easy. Don't stretch your neck. Don't try to be hypocrite. And Tukwa yakun kum nipa. America for yana koko share and Tukwa imienu. A friend is saying Iraq versus Iran. And omkoshi Iraq fuechi. And to go in a lead, the overthrow of the Shah of Iran, Ayatollah Khomeini, 1 year, Shenipa Ewuye, Iraq-Iran war. They left all their military hardware for Iraqis. Saddam Hussein became the darling boy of the Western powers. At the end of the now Saddam Hussein names America for NSA movement all the way close to where? Kuwait. Saddam Hussein attempted to say, wait a minute, no man, we aren't through with you yet. I had a no-go area. They didn't know, said they were siphoning billions of crude oil. And one on Saddam Hussein, no. And the Papaya Wuwe, the 5-star general, Colin Powell, no, Kotra, United Nations. Me ame wofa Kofi Annan no wote ho. Kotra United Nations build a fake report and Nukreba could say enim together with Britain and Kotra UN Security Council. Say then Saddam Hussein is building logical weapons. And you know, as a so mukono so and tokwa and omkoto share Saddam Hussein so ye bubu all the monumentals. Ye to share womusu a nipa a wuye ewo Iraqi war. They see ne the world history to me find who answer and how many people in the Western world were arrested, were told on their faces, this is against humanity and therefore it's a genocide. Who was arrested? When you can ask them on the international stage, this is the hypocrisy maker one seminal. And omukum Saddam Hussein. And so may be a list such way you'll be shocked. And look, we need to educate ourselves. Gaddafi to Libya here on Mecca Obiao. But because they know, sir, and Nyoma Gaddafi war yeni nano is virtually leading to the unification of Africa. And almost you wait. And no. And almost small woman, whatever. Kudru kronum. Gaddafi, wanyo biya bone. Boom! And they killed him. Atrocities caused by the Western world. Yenyanka wasemu. Uria. United Nations should set a probe into the slave trade against Africans. What can be described as the worst crime against humanity, the worst genocide ever occurred on this earth? The transportation of millions of Africans to the Caribbeans, to the Americans, to the Europeans, to do what? Rice cultivation and then cotton cultivations and plantations. So, and the area and saying. The Bain and the United Nations, said they are giving us compensation. And I heard the nipa. This is the hypocrisy I'm talking about. America. And then say Russia for entry break. Boni amwedi was as see that. Well, you inform is you, but the abebe almost in the shortest possible time. But well, tonight on Ghana Speaks, bim a hona medo okon. We present our third epistles from the declassified report prepared and released by the United States Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, describing how some top Ghanaian officials were hired, rented, and used ostensibly to destroy Ghana's young democracy. Again tonight, we shall also present the Kulungugu connection. So what is that? Again, they see what Kulungugu BBC wo. Why ne call ho? You'll get to know this. Now, I am reporting anywhere. And this is the third part 3 of the CIA declassified report. One a churocrat away. And the answer can copy and making kind of did they be a catch them? Civil society groups, NGOs, journalists, for politicians. They be a money Western group. Now more them report. Most of your report end up where? Maka, they end up France, London, Washington. What you report you are no PS Camo. They are using you to destroy your own country. Now Shadi is here. In 1958, now report where I capture a lot of characters, baby, who are Ghanaians who. Womu use ria no ma say declassified no ma bodi no ma chere dwuma omo di udi ye ti hwe players omo use omo ewa ha. In 1958, Bedema went to the US where he negotiated with the American government on some aspect of technical assistance to Ghana and a loan for the Volta River project. It should be pointed out that by the time the Americans took very great interest in the young republic and Bedema's arrival, whose leanings towards the West were well known, proved quite an asset for Washington. Negotiations ended successfully, not for Ghana naturally, but for the US and Bedema. The latter later understood that apart from the British, there were other generous supporters with their handouts. Besides, certain conditions of carrying through the Volta project spelled very great opportunities for Bedema's personal enrichment. American businessmen, in turn, were very pleased with Bedema. Ghana's finance minister demonstrated rare understanding of their interest and agreed to defend in the cabinet a number of terms favorable for American business circles, such as the joint construction project of an aluminium plant in the vicinity of the Volta River, with subsequent transfer of the controlling interest to the Americans, granting, quote, the star-kissed, unquote, company a monopoly on catching the tuna fish in Ghana's territorial waters, the use of the local, in other words, cheap labor, etc. In general, the Ghanaian minister proved quite a tractable man who agreed to meet in Accra with Alan Dew's agent as a confirmation of his loyalty to the U.S. Great was the astonishment of Bedema when, several days after his return from the U.S., his personal assistant, Victor D. Gran Brimpon, entered his study and gave him the first instructions on behalf of his overseas boss. Under this instruction, Bedema was to compromise Nkrumah and ensure conditions for his overthrow. Once abo before proceeding waho. We taking note. Brimpon. Or say the crisp dollar notes release a new wave of energy in Bedema. He remembered very well the words of farewell in Washington. Quote, "We know how to show our appreciation of the people who are sympathetic towards the U.S. interest," unquote. And Bedema spared no effort so as to prove to his new patron that it was he, Bedema, and no one else in Ghana who could understand these interests. Through Brimpon and other people with whom he established connections, Bedema started hectic activities aimed at overthrowing Nkrumah and seize power. These activities were carried out along several lines. Bedema's agent tried to create an atmosphere in the Convention People's Party completely intolerable for Dr. Nkrumah by spreading slanderous rumors and artificially created an atmosphere of squabbles, mutual suspicion and slander simultaneously. Bedema's henchmen started subversive activities among the population, trade unions, and the army. Brimpon established contacts with the opposition center in Ashanti, in particular with Bishop Andrew Van Den Bronk. Mokaino. Oziwai, Bishop Andrew Van Den Bronk. Bedema himself preferred to remain in the shade as he becoming a real conspirator. He planned to use for launching a coup d'etat Buzier's United Party, hoping to engage on the scene at the decisive moment in the chief's role. All instructions and recommendations of his patrons Bedema received through Brimpon, and only at the height of the preparations for the coup did Bedema meet personally several times with U.S. representatives, in particular with the labor attaché of the U.S. Embassy in Accra, Mrs. Bent True. He had to see other people from time to time who reminded him that he was still, quote, the prison graduate, unquote. But here the instructions were of a different sort. Apparently, by that time, London no longer considered Bedema as the main trump card in Ghana, and their assignment had smacked of paying espionage. Apart from providing information, Bedema had to organize the smuggling of gold, diamonds, and foreign currency, as well as the arrange profitable deals for 6 British gold mining companies. The tasks given to Bedema by the Americans were much complicated. He had to cause economic and political chaos. Listen to me here, Ghanaians. Tiadie ma Bedema oyeti onwani krono. Tie. Or see, he had to cause economic and political chaos in the country, using the support of the opposition, including the United Buzier Party, and prepared an anti-government plot with a view of establishing a regime in Ghana that would pave the way for American business interests. Bedema realized that that was a very risky deal. He did not doubt that the coup would be a success, counting on almighty Washington. He also took into consideration that after the victory over Nkrumah, he would have to fight Buzier, who naturally would aspire to the role of Ghana's dictator. That would certainly entail a clash with the British, who could cause much trouble after finding out that their graduates managed to secretly graduate from another school and completely forget their first teachers. To whip up Bedema, Washington gave him to understand that in case the coup was successful, Gbedema would be given support to spread his power over the neighboring Togo, Nigeria, which eventually would secure him an outstanding position in the entire Pan-African movement. From this, it followed that he, Gbedema, could become one of the principal creatures of the Americans in Africa, and as such would make Africa leaders count with his recommendations. This prospect inflamed Gbedema's ambitions, especially because together with power, it promised money too. The Americans heard Gbedema saying that any delay was dangerous since the movement for a coup might be lost. In July 1961, Gbedema was asked to come to U.S. officially. This trip was explained by the necessity of finishing negotiations on the American financing of the Volta project. However, the main project of talks with Gbedema in Washington was the thorough elaboration of all details of coup, which was to take place during Nkrumah's trip to Eastern Europe. To implement that plan, the United Buzia Party, as well as the people recruited by the CIA agents who worked as clerks in American firms and representations in Ghana, had to be brought into play. It was assumed that the moment the agent instigates disorders in the country and start attacks against Nkrumah, Gbedema would address the people with an appeal for law and order and would declare the creation of a new government with opposition leaders in the key posts. The political program for the new regime drawn up in Washington included a number of demagogic promises to Ghana's population, an amnesty to all prisoners, the unlimited freedom of private enterprise, etc. Gbedema was given assurance that at least two of Ghana's neighbors, Togo, Liberia, would immediately reorganize the new government. Simultaneously, a campaign would start in the West in support of Gbedema's regime. The final touch, a report from Washington announcing the signature of the agreement for financing the Volta project. The September strikes in Ghana, the activation of the opposition and the increasing differences between the leaders of the Convention People's Party proved the first stage of this master plan. As a member of the Presidential Commission, which executed the functions of Ghana's president when Nkrumah was away, Gbedema was lying low in expectation of the United Party's actions so as to make short work of the principal supporters of Nkrumah and then declare himself head of the new government. As everyone knows, this has not come to pass. This is the part 3 of the epistles. Wednesday, the part 4. Now, Adia Mekachriwi, this report was prepared by them. United States Central Intelligence Agents. Women prepare. Women are release here. And women are the players a good document. Now, look here. And most as I speak to Ghanaians, a lot more of these conspiracies is even playing at our very face today. Obeka said, who is behind it and why? Are they close to us? The proximity to disturb our young democracy is far from reach or otherwise. And so when they preach democracy, we are sick as you. Again tonight, we shall present the Kulungugu connection of Dr. Osajifo Kwame Nkrumah. Again, NEC will listen to the story as Kwame Nkrumah went to Kulungugu. You've ever heard. Take a listen to this. all dozens of affiliate stations speaking the feed tonight. Yes, my sincere apologies to more and more YouTube. Reason why sometimes some of these tapes mean to me fan to on YouTube for no at this YouTube for no hammer. And then one channel so my car, but I say me sense time and time may your commentary be where it follows with a video tape. Yeah, na YouTube for no, especially viewers around the world. Na mo pese mo share, but enyam inform so YouTube for no where sa obe bope na womo kasa kasa. Enti ya mo fanche. Who say no ambe mo na chese YouTube for na higher. Well, tonight we have to quickly go to Ukraine and establish contact with a Ghanaian student, Frederick Yeboah, a final year medical student or Lviv. And with me Abomodia crossway free where through, I think Germany trying to make its way to Ghana. Difficulties and challenges I all go through no. Any in your mafimu no. You can see any dim common here saying a situation at Frederick enemy Kasai sometime Saturday around 11-12 p.m. thereof. Na nkoma idea na chese ahokyere pa abano na ehu e ma chese quickly no ya ma onimpenimfo nso Kasai e ma yehwe emwa ebetimi aba o makwan mu ma yie atoto yie sabre ma menkwa ahoma na so na ye ne Frederick eni nkoma ne hwe currently bibia we station any developments instead of your Mexico. Frederick, so what's mean car? Mema, good evening. What's saying? Hello, Frederick. Frederick Yeboah, who are so? Well, Frederick into me establish a contact yet, but we'll try to establish contact with Frederick pretty soon. Near see a bit to attach a base quickly. Yes, but what we are learning tonight is that Ghanaian nationals say, "What Ukraine no abane timi abomodi ahwema dodo na abeka womo befi bisuso yenim say womo babidru Ghana na yahwe ye ka say Ukraine airspace has been shut down and a whole lot of it. All right, mame kwa ma sem say Frederick yeboa wo ahoma so memo adwo. Okay, you better contact Yeboah. All right, Yeboah, who are Homana so mema, good evening. Good evening, Yeboah. Hello. Great. Now what's it saying?
Yeah, hello, Bajo.
Yes, Metonka.
Bajo.
Great. Sisi Ayaka say which particular part of the world? And Ubutu CCA. The line, we're having some breaks in the line. But Yeboah, what's the main car? Yeboah.
Yeah,
tie me through the phone. Tie me through the phone. Men tie me what a fence YouTube so tie wo phone so na me ntimi nya quick engagement with you, me pacho. Why? See me with phone also. Into what time cancer every way. Can you hear me? Unfortunately, I think that we have to re-establish contact with the Yeboah, how that would go, because we're a medical student or on a Ghana for more Ukraine studying medicine and at this war I mean, they are all caught in the crossfire between the Russians and Ukraine. Na said the normal economy. Wamuhu derwom bibria tuto wirem ni kwayem ni srem odoto mirikatu awonmu yatesa awono so aba papa enye easy sa na what we are learning say e before crowd the empese be mom kwama womo area train mo ne across the border no near there a whole lot of pretty fluid situation at this very crucial moment between Russians and the Ukrainians. I and SMP. Mama say me to me, and then Atachi base Bioma is beginning to look bad as the lines are not really helping us at all. But well, my main comment in me and she said, as we go along, you better try to establish a contact with him. But of course, this discussion is already on board. In the coming days, we would really go into it. Said in seminal, you know, it's beginning to now play out, you know, on the very sophisticated. Yeah, boy, what's in car? Me, my good evening, Bium. Hello, yeah, boy. Hello, yeah, boy. Well, the lines are not helping me at all. But yeah, boy, what's in car? Hello, yeah, boy. Well, lines need to be important. Great time no contest. Well, we'll try and look at it, say if it will be possible as we go into the program. So this has been Ghana Speaks Tonight, brought to you by Ruta Natural Products for the air kind of say combining Rui, a Drewy, just say Drewy, one nominal, the tonic, and then at the same time, so the mixture no Ruta Natural Products no, not ye cure malaria, na ye cure typhoid, na ye cure jaundice, jaundice, yarea ni na emwa, and produce eba. Jaundice in ifri, salmonella, saying, and a deba typhoid, and no typhoid ni free salmonella typhoid, and a winum so jaundice here, friend is saying, H. pylori. Woman at this and way at the eba. Bomodiana Ruta Natural Products no say join this na achiwa and can't me say join this kum odisha na bibisa Ruta Natural Products for iron very simple. Idrei ebe boa emasa money na ewu. At the same time it serves as an appetizer ubetimi edidi kama upebia every pharmacy be a Ghana ubenyebi more especially say opedodo netu akona na boache herba wakra okanhye Kingswalk Pharmacy, Tenated Herba, Baseline Pharmacy, Nisi Pharmacy, Kus Pharmacy, Washaman, Jirid Men's Kumasi, AA Men's and Watakrade, Freno, it was 0244 503 443. This has been Ghana Speaks, brought to you by Rutai as far as Showway Air concerned. I am Kweku Anan. I promise. Pursuing the issues. Now, I feel you drew baby as you drew, but until that, no shadows to say, with SIM card no one more de anko register a DIO. And no the penifone can say Ghana card no bomodiana coco register or say, well, Ghana card no over register, not just say, so we shall say, starting procedure no star 404 hash and then you follow the prompts. Bomodian or say we follow in when you dial star 40 hash now, you'll be required to send the following details. Ghana card PIN number no, and it will say name and of course your first name, dates of birth and a sex. So your banner bema. Now you'll be receiving code. No, so when you receive the code, now what present this and your way now to the nearest mobile network agent or customer care for your biometric to be captured. Now, Shannon say, Sanimo we never capture now digital address and so very much important. Nina Ebeka normally process yama. Ni tier one of Bomodiana Free 100 and also wait me a National Communications Authority toll free number 0800 110622 and I visit one website no one website and I say Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn www.nca.org.gh normally aiding common immune system I recommend so the amount is coming from wine a worldwide management for a GP1 herbal beverage. A bebo papa etimi ama immune system. The immune system is a combined complex networks and on a manipidiano etimi eden ejina hona eye nipa. Worldwide management for say it drew a bebo emma immune system na akosro energy level be kosro. It will also clean the blood, a best support to the prostate and of course arthritis nina be free nipedianum. Or say who outside London abomodian free +447424534161. If Yemra Ghana starting with Kumasi 0244 934 143 and 0243 146172. Uba eye Accra Hanswa 0596 056332 and 0249 113750 and 0277 521622. Or UK Huankasa dia a straight line 079035044426 and a USA and so 016147439595. Canada for us a straight line 0164760 676800402. Afi so say Kumasi no ubetimi akọ Wuntumi TV radio premises ana sukwa ana promise heba oyerepa radio ubetimi so aba na 2 TV ana say Omana FM na ono mo bedi enkomo ebeko yi ama kama and tech for us to produce a dre from Spanish jingle capsules and our Spanish garlic mixture no ni na no ejuma eya na say anti-aging. It will improve memory and then mental sharpness, increase blood flow to the brain. It will fight against wrinkles we nim afimu amona say etai frequent urinating, diabetes, obesity, bad cholesterol, and after treatment of sciatica, bad breath, halitosis, nina, and menstrual disorders, and all kinds of skin itching, nina, so forth. Or say her Spanish garlic mixture, and then the capsules blend with 16 different herbals, and the ISA dre. Na obenom na hoto ebeyo de wate. Spanish ndruwe bebre ewe krum nemum baby a ubetimi enya pa de. Anase dodo no Hallow Herbal for more Accra Kanshi Etomi, Tenated Herbal, Angel Herbal, Kingswalk Pharmacy, Rapash Herbal, Wedama Herbal, Ekus Pharmacy, House of Drugs, and Afensu Jicard Pharmacy, and a dependable Omo Medina, Omina Ewobi. Bomodiana contact and take for 0266 114 111. Tonight, my guest, Mr. Musa Dankwa, Executive Director, Global Info Analytics. Woman actual report we very explosive report. Pretty fascinating. Munsem hupa. Musa memwajo. Na she ye there. Wonderful. Great. Now, the caveats are made a war report ma me ye pie ni say. Report we share primarily 10 thematic areas. One, the shall say no womo the methodology ne to ho and a demography no so yede to ho and almost share the direction of the country, the president's approval. It is saying and no chere say womo ebisa the people of Domikwa Benya say omampeni his excellency Adodankwa Akufo-Addo ne dwuma it is saying womo ma answer e ma report na capture womo san so ebisa womo say anso sadia abeye hunte dede namswe 11 madwene ye mo sen the people of Domikwa Benya have spoken our reporting and now be hu nioma pa o enu ti na me sha ase me catch am say political parties am wo Ghana hinya MPP the governing party NDC CPP PNC all of you mo amntimi amumudi mo fa ncheme mo mama somra na tu hase because report we is serving as what a wake-up call, if you like, heads up, because ni may be brave. And a report also captured the recall of Adwoa Safo and by-election. And they say, acquired to say, consideration be so well, because Parliament Standing Orders 16, any constitutional article, Ultra Parliament, one hour, we a member of Parliament, 1G permission, 15 days period, you know. Naturally, say the seat, you know, won't mean transfer as a member. Yeah, can say all that we are learning all through how many days, weeks, you did be rich, say. Adjust for no 1G permission, 80 seat, you know, in penny for den on back half a yen cast will be quiet by election. Name mom, Edumakui, a global info analytic for SIS said no. Yen bisa consistency for say wo madwene ye omo sen say ekoba ne say aben ebe consider by election wo madwene ye omo sen a capture wa ha kwan election be ko sen election who results in our ho. Can you believe this? And omo say bisa omo biom say voters preference in NPP primaries ye ka say obi anim say NPP as say tumpeni for so aba why the best succeed the president Adodanko Akufo-Addo. Womu yi nipa bi di si ho. And omo si say nipa si e to omo so aba why no be di nkunim e wo report nim. And omo san ye e call NDC for so say NDC for so e so mo call primaries. Why and obe contest Mahama na why no be di nkunim e wo NDC primaries nim e wo ha. Ebiom and omo fa the Vice President His Excellency Dr. Baumia any ora John Mahama ensu see ho say constituency mu say na ye to general election about woni na wo mumie nu hwan e na obedi nkunim is here and omusa kofa eye ora Allen Kwadwo Chiramanten any John Mahama nso e de omu see ho say ni pemie nu so ye to aba wo constituency mu a hwan na obedi nkunim results na wa ha ni na na do mo de crown no mo report each say who is the best to replace President Akufo-Addo in 2025. Why? So the people of Domeko Abenya have spoken. Now I said something earlier to Ghanaians here. Domeko Abenya is a subset of entire how many constituencies we have in Ghana. Now again, zero down to the constituency being a pro-NPP. Now, Ebetimi Abani said the reflex or the views of Domeko Abenya could also be described as the views of other pro-constituencies also in favor of the governing party, which is what? How would all this play? Now, the info analytics for Ekoye, another pro a year NPP constituency, what will be the results? What will be the outcome? This is what is on the table tonight we are going to look at. Now, you bekwa kwahwe 11 is say Domeko Abenya eye pro MPP no. Wo madwene ye saying ye beto aba ye be by election be ko saying 11 wo muso mu saying eye very explosive. Musa asam ne say net you. I hope some chirichiri mu ye ba. Great one. Okay, now first of all ye di bibia be two screens so nyema no na me be ka no bi aka say kwakunu no ha ye di bibia two screens. Now here, let's have the face of the report and then down. Domeko Abenya special opinion polls, 21st of February, and I'm yes, I reported correct.
Yes, starting from 14th.
Okay.
February, Valentine's Day. No?
Oh, okay.
And 9.
And Valentine, and I see. Good. Okay. Now let's go to page. Let me see what I have here. Page 2. Page 2, no, or see the polling methodology. Let's look at the methodology, no? And then Musa will take us into the methodology. Now, here it says, okay, move to page 3. Page 3, or say a total of 587 voters were interviewed. And in the underlisted electoral areas of the constituency, the interviews were conducted via face-to-face between 14 February to 19. And so, Mami, page 3. Let's go to page 3. Or see, now all the 10 electoral areas of the constituency were polled, and sample allocations are as follows. Musa, take it out from here. Give us the perspectives.
Okay, they actually say, normally say, oh, you're polling now.
Yeah.
Also, we make sure say, interviews no be no, represented the entire voting population of Domeko Abenya. Inti yekohwe easy register no ene ye hwe se nipa he ene wo abokobi nipa he ene wo Ablaje, nipa he na Odomi, and so on and so forth. Nti who numbers no from EC records no. And a teacher 587 no. Emma all the electoral areas no in the way I better reflected the number of voters in the area, so that the NCC will be Ibia now Wakoma Ablaje 50 interviews. Meanwhile, Lipa more and also.
That's right.
A Banisano, you change the result and reflect the actual views of the people. It win a way a quite reason I far it means say the vision represented a month or more than
Great. Now, before we go into the electoral areas, first of all, which should have been the first thing to do, Yefre Edumakui Global Info Analytics.
A private company, yeah, 2019. Ijuma is a market research.
Okay.
And employee engagement service, maybe a staff satisfaction survey.
Profiling and
there be a person would doing on some issues.
Okay.
Service
sample opinions.
Sample opinion of employees and what they think about maybe job and working condition and when you make now. Person internal. Sometimes we pull or internal. Na man for him say oh me come adwin a ombo na me kan ya omo open into ye ba ye se was independent company a ye nature na ya ma na omo so we there omo no ye intino obi a wetinya kan na ye musem
exactly
and ye be so every 3 months your friend banking brand survey ye ko Ghana ha nyina ni any banking kasa customers kasa na be so about banks on no how the marketing, the brand of the bank, or more profile and when every 3 months be a report no ba. And you know we another report amount for sometimes say yes, a lot of things.
Do you have any affiliation with the other foreign more foreign partners?
None. Well, you know in terms of support with our IT infrastructure, no, or foreign companies.
Okay.
Because here a very robust IT system, a amount for your confidence. We say system is very robust.
Okay.
We work with foreign companies to support us in the IT aspect.
Okay, great. So now let's zero down to the electoral areas and the sample allocations. What are we to know here? Then, okay, mehu abokobi waha.
Yes.
Then almost called 47.
It means abokobi 47 interviews.
Okay.
Out of 500.
This is what it means.
Yes.
Okay, Kwabena, give us the page 3. Let's let the viewers understand what's going on. So page 3. Okay, great.
In the abokobi no, you interview nipa 47 over. And Ablaje 23 Hoswa in name of Ketwa. And Agbogba 56. Into baby a super let me say Domi East 105.
Okay.
So the more allocation, it means the more voters that live in that area.
Oh, okay. So then it goes on to say sample size was selected using a sample calculator at 95% confidence level.
Yes.
With a margin of error of plus or minus
4%.
Okay, 4%. Voters were elected random from the street, shops, homes within all the electoral areas, correct?
Yes.
Oh, I see. So with that, you are able to understand the whole mindset
of the people. One thing we want to say is yenye survey your market areas. Because market no baby amount for free different places.
Okay.
Ebe convert. Until ko be interview marketer no ebia of free Medina now wajina adwin now we say this is what no until you avoiding market areas near interland in the town themselves where you likely to find people who live
so there. This report actually reflects the heartbeat of Dome Kwabena, correct?
Exactly.
Great. Now let's move to the demography now. The demography stands is about what?
Demography groups are creative. It may analyze the result no. Into a my woman 45%.
A my woman. Okay, Kwabena, give us page 5. Okay, so 45% representing the women. Correct?
Women, yes.
Okay.
And 55 year member. So omo ino makasa no. Emu oha ntemu aduananum women. And aduananum member.
Okay.
And next one which is the
age
group.
groups. Okay, let's look at the age groups.
Woman no kasai no age ni omo 64 and above 3% pe. And 56 and the amount group na and to hwe be brain young people are already between 25 years and 44 years.
And of course they are in the voting bracket.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I see. And Tenina no one of the top here between
24 and 34.
Okay, one of the top here 40%.
40%.
Wow. Good. Okay, young call education. That's 7. 7 or what are we to learn here?
Here you be almost say wako school. And I say one school. So wako school could do level bank.
Good.
Into no omo junior high certificate no omo 50%. Or domiko binyaho. And now omo senior higher 32%.
I see.
And now omo university 9%. And now omo school cry so 9%.
Oh, okay. So with this, if such, for example, like this, if it's add up to the polls, what are you trying to communicate to?
It means
whoever should read this report.
You can analyze amount for response based on their educational background.
That's right. How intellectually they sound.
Not necessarily no. Omo answer this question no. Level.
Okay.
Saying because sometimes some responses differ based on the level of education of the voter.
So can we say political party be our interest or such constituency? You need to look at this
absolutely
and then gauge up, enhance the knowledge of the people. Correct.
Mistake sometimes say if you say voters the same.
Sir.
There be. Obi okura junior school qualification, the interest are different.
Yeah.
From obi senior high. And obi so obi university. Into uko domi kobinya na o kan about opportunities for jobs job ben and now so promise you be brain junior high. Into profile so unkrofo so junior high adwuma yi and be fatom.
So as a party, as a government, you need to profile
absolutely
the constituency. But Musa,
yes,
with your background, have you seen there parties are ostensibly or handle Fourth Republic? Do they often do that in their constituency in order to understand what kind of constituency is this? And so these are the kind of infrastructures.
I think from what I have done in the country in the last 3 years and what I've seen, I haven't seen much of that. I haven't seen much of that because Utumi who said sometimes the profile, the kind of data we know, and the kind of things you hear maybe the MPs and the aspirants say on the campaign trail, I say they are not even aware of the profile of the people they are dealing with in the constituency. And that's what sometimes brings a amount form for because it doesn't align with their interests.
Sure. Great. Then let's move to ethnic groups. So ethnic groups, now, I don't know what is it that the info analytics you guys were looking for. Come now, give us page 8 of the report, and what the ethnic groups stands for. What is it about?
Normally, your ethnic groups of Kromuhak, and historically, your groups are more aligned with certain political persuasions. A person who said that fact still remains the case, and I say there's realignment because sometimes you see this fact. This tribe they say, this tribe they say. Sometimes it depends on the profile.
So the tribal stuff also play up to our politics.
No, to some extent, yes. But what is happening now is that you see the younger voters are not tribalistic. Only tribal. The tribe is within the old voting bloc.
I see.
Into with time, when we have more young people taking up, those who are tribalistic will fade away. Not those who are pragmatic or people who are really kind of progressive in their thinking.
So here in this table,
in Domiko Media, majority of the people we interviewed there were Akans. 45%.
I see. Akan for Edos.
Yeah, Edos. And Guans for near 4%. And Ghana then be 15%, and Ewe 18%, and Mol Dagbani 4%, and the rest, and the other ones you come in a boom near 11%.
I see. So this is a very significant.
This is the profile of people with
people
in Domiko.
Great. Then you also share religion.
Yes.
Religion. what is it about the religion? Come on, give us page 9. Great religion.
From that interviews, no more no kasa no. 76% a Christopher. And 18% a Muslim for. And 2% a traditional religion. And 3 other religions are Yambudin. And 2 almost the only religion be.
I see.
So this is the profile of the Kobinya.
like the atheist one. Yeah. I see. So a Christopher one does was our constituency in him.
Absolutely. Yes.
Second by Muslims. Yes. This is serious. Now, looking at it from this perspective, no, would you say yes, politicians can play around this two group of people, and to what advantage would it serve?
Usually in this country, we don't openly campaign and make religion an issue, which has been like this for a very long time. Even if that religion plays a role, and you're very obvious,
sure,
a covert.
I see. Now, you call party affiliations. Party affiliations, you know, yes. Then and I'm person. Great. Yeah, so, come on, give us page 10. Party affiliations.
Okay. Yeah, amount for Kasawi, you know, and they be some so mpacho, answer paucho. Say about one time swan. Part right. Bena normally aya utatuma, and I said part bena aya ufile say udomu sir. And 35% omuye MPP affiliates. Yes, or domu kwabinya.
35%.
Yes.
Wow.
Omuye no mukasaya no. And 36% say omuye NDC affiliates. Yes.
So with this, okay, go ahead. We are maybe second.
And 7% other smaller parties, PNC, PPP, no, 7%. And floating voters here 22% or Dominic.
Hey, the floating voters draw so power.
We've seen higher than this before. So,
Musa, yes. Between the two political parties with this high ranging, are we therefore saying that NDC for a dorsal chain MPP?
No, from this survey, that's what it shows. Yes.
But then, literally, it's figured. Say yes, Dominic Kwabe is a pro NPP.
It's because see when we vote, nobody knows which party, which party you belong to when you vote.
Okay.
Remember what?
Okay. Yeah.
You can't vote no. Oh, MPP na win MPP, but it is quite possible. Say a floating voters no.
The floating voters no add up. They change the numbers.
Exactly. You know, so almost tawati bibria no wadi nkunim. So almost chwa mho na ho achire.
So with this poll what is it that the political parties have to look at the party affiliations with this diagram?
Right. Or some who say none of them
sure
can win power on their own. So they have to be able to coerce the floating voters and other voters to join them to win election.
Wow. Great. Let's look at the sample allocations to electoral areas and what does that mean?
As I said earlier, I didn't the number of people I know Kasai all the electoral areas all the 10 electoral areas are in Mbonko.
Oh, okay. And what is the readings like?
It means for example 14% of the sample echo Kwabenya.
Okay.
And 8% echo Aboko Bincheng. And 4% echo Abloaji. And 10% echo Agbogba. So it shows you say the proportion of the samples
yeah.
Maybe echo.
Oh, okay. Great. And some no Dawson Yakeka Edo Koho. Well, my guest tonight Mr. Musa K. Dankwa, Executive Director, Global Info Analytics. Some a think tank group, right?
That be a private company. Polling organization.
Polling organization. One more AO Miduma, one Krabata, Nyomo, a doors property into so many things. But tonight, and Nyomo we have a chunk on a copy of their report, and a share report in them. And we do believe they were this report with, by way of analyzing this report, pretty fascinating, explosive. And Nyoma woman, it can help the political parties in Ankasa now and into the future, and more especially the elections just around the corner. It's like a wake-up call, if you like, heads up. And Menino Ebabe discussing now the direction of the country and President job approval One more approve president say obo no homodin ana omma no homodin send and your si kwe stay there meba enchekra Vicdan Healthcare I ono no the liver and the kidney foundation Victor another nkwa na eka say bomodi na bra it could be any Arabia but then again you also need first check up near diagnosis no a bit me I fatty liver kidney stones kidney cyst hepatitis B C diabetes hypertension all kinds of ailments or see breast so any diagnosis no na any just some no cross hepatitis B you be free of charge hospital way it be Monday to Friday no to Saturday Monday to Saturday 7:30 a.m. na yechira kwan ye was Spinters Road Coca-Cola runabout Fidelity Bank in Chester ewo ho bomodia na frɛ Vicdan was 0549 51211 and 0502661 1059 na ono aiden abo enkomo wetimi so book appointment a massage company is offering you 20% discount of February and services also include massage which is a traditional relaxations and all of that. Mamenko short break me so this explosive report name stick and stay. The Seed Show will be right back. Welcome back, and this is the Seed Show. Tonight, we are focusing on this very explosive report prepared, released by Global Info Analytics. And my guests, Mr. Musa K. Dankwa, Executive Director, MI Info Analytics. Great. I share this portion, but before, I make we actually little style massage for a catcher there. Massages and massage beyond massage ibididi so you will be to say traditional thigh massage, relaxation massage, royal thigh massage, aromatherapy, and reflexology therapies, massage, hot stone massage, herbal ball massage, body scrub, and foot massage. Or some can just the first couple of mobile fred during this period we some mobile massage, you know, or say Momodian Shannon to say you very special treatments and discounts is be and so located a little thigh massage for number 8 Street East Legon. Woman numbers no wait me from weekend Bomodiana Kwajuini so on money mankoye from 0553 391 729 and 0500 940 075. No mano AD and Como. Also, so get in touch with them on Facebook and Instagram. Lotus Thigh Massage GH. Now no more. I then AD and Como. Now, share maybe a yedruno. Direction of the country and president job approval. The people of Domeko Abenya eriti President Akufo-Addo. Ninuma Nimodimbo. Eko saying, let's look at page 12 and what are they saying? Now, Musa,
yes.
This report, I feel you drew. Baby, and your manumu huno. Ahei Dome Kwabenya for no almost saying Kwabenya 13 page. Okay. In this country heading to the right or wrong direction, whichever way. Mubi sa mo question say, is the country heading in the right or wrong direction?
Yes.
Explain this diagram.
Now, Ebisa say, almost share the air course in its entirety or my moha. Almost feel say Ghana mino ye call a coin papa so and I say baby a cono a coin achia.
I see.
And 44% say baby a namno achia.
I see.
And 49% say there be baby a namno a coin papa so.
49%.
Indeed.
See.
49% believe say ye nam coin papa so. And 44% say ye nam coin papa so. And 7% say omudi adwin efa ho.
Just omunim de ekokora. Omuti omem so omunim de say ye kokwa ye bi mu ana omunim de ekok. But Musa, let's try to interrogate the 44%. As a government, if such a mark comes on the table, say people think say Udi Krono echo wrong direction with this 44%, should the government be worried?
Yes, I think you should be worried because as a government, you should be performing above 50%.
So, Hanokran, 49 Omundru,
yes, they are below 50%.
Okay.
Which means less than half of the country thinks we are heading in the right direction. And almost the same half, 44, almost half. No.
Now,
so you can see that we are divided.
Great.
In terms
Let's try to interpret these things there. The 44% thinks that the country is going on a wrong direction. What do you think may be informing their decisions? And government hasn't done well in those areas.
Yeah, and say, why are you saying that? That will be a question for another day.
Okay.
But normally, you catch them say, share the whole economy, education, job, roads, health, the what experience as a Ghanaian. Do you think we are heading in the right direction or wrong direction?
I see.
Into know, say, the reason why I must say wrong direction, that will be a different project.
Yes. And I think that you'll be going soon on nationwide.
Yes, sometime around April.
So as far as 49 year concerned, government in to mean threshold no. 49 no. Domeko Abenya no. Nipe be brain things in miaso.
Yes.
So then we can also say partly communication is also one of the things they need to look at as to explaining issues to where boxing all the issues together and say who say direction when a government in equal they need to do an effective communication. Yeah.
And it could also be a mixture of so many things. Sometimes you see timing is very important.
Yeah.
Because we hear poorly this time, this is what it's saying. Maybe in the next 3 months, it could be some, the minds may change, may be different.
Yeah.
So time is very important in terms of polling. And you know, at the time now we interview on if there's a name kuya, not in na bufu na
I see. Depends on what time more capture in Nipano and then the mindset. Great. Page 14. Page 14 says the direction of the country by party affiliations. What does this mean?
Okay. Sometimes you know, so we are polar headline numbers no. In mean chira say why in the say in am kwan papa so why so let's say in am kwan bone so. The person who say NDC for ni MPP ni floating voters no.
That's right.
Omo gina he ewo direction of the country no. Into no ye hwe omo mo MPP no. Ye hwe ye no say is it 84%?
84%.
Say maybe a nam no e kwan pa
so. Under MPP.
Yes, MPP.
Okay.
It means majority of MPP feel say maybe a nam no kwan pa so.
On party affiliation.
Yes. Okay. And 10% they say there be a nam no kwan no nye.
Within MPP.
Within MPP, yes, within MPP.
Okay.
And you share NDC for almost no. NDC for no 20% say maybe a nam no kwan no ye.
Within NDC as
within
party.
NDC as a party affiliate.
Okay.
And 77% say maybe a nam no enye.
I see.
Majority of MPP thinks we are heading the right way, whereas NDC say it's a wrong way. Okay. So they are divided on the party lines.
But even still with the NDC, you know, they had 20%
of people who said yes.
Said the MPP is on a good track.
The country is on a good track.
The country is on a good track.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I see. Then the other one.
Other parties, you know, 42% say the BBN no enye, and 30% say right direction.
I see.
We share floating voters 44% say, and I
46, eh?
Yes.
Floating ones.
Almost say BBN no enye. And 46 baby and so they are almost equally divided.
Exactly. So we a political party in such constituencies, you know, you need to target your floating voters very.
Absolutely, they are very crucial everywhere because the omnamu hold the balance of power.
Decision makers, you know.
Yes.
I see. Then you also look at, do you approve or disapprove the job performance of the president in this second term?
Yes.
Okay, great. Comrade, give us page 15. What does that say? The diagram, not Musa explain mine. Page 50. Okay, great. So here, what's the approval like?
Ebisa say, Nanado or on the second term, Muhuni Modern saying, do you approve or disapprove his performance as president in this second term? Yang first term nanka.
Oh, okay.
Only the second term, yeah. And 48% say disapprove on mono homoding according to them, yes. Or domikwabinya. And 45% say obono humodi. And 7% say omudi opinion. Yes. So more people in Domi are saying say the president is not performing well.
I see. What does this mean to the governing party? Is it a cause to worry?
Yes. Because if this trend continues, it weakens your ability to perform well in future elections in the constituency.
And also the undercurrents of issues also play up to this.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Great. Yanko, next page. Comrade, give us page 16. Okay, page 16. Page 16 also says that do you approve or disapprove the job performance of the president in his second term? Okay, Musa, explain this table to us properly.
Okay. We so
party lines.
Yes, you're in the party lines because sometimes and most of the time we won't say NDC for them say.
That's right.
And people for them say. So you want to know, say, is there anywhere that they converge?
That's right.
We hear 85% MPP for say Obono Humodi. 10% say Obono Humodi. And Uba NDC 86% say Obono Humodi. 86% say Obono Humodi.
In the NDC.
In the NDC.
In Domekwa Benya.
In Domekwa Benya.
10% says are you okay?
Yes. You see. Now the most interesting part is the floating voters. Usha Omwache in the middle.
45 against 46.
Yes.
This is pretty fluid, eh?
Yes. So you need to do a lot of work there to be able to change mindset.
Yeah.
And this is what is translating into the later on.
Good one. Now, just about 39 minutes gone past the hour 9. My guest, Mr. Musa K. Danko, Executive Director, Info Analytics. I wamo ena kwako yes a pose we amenemo e cha na dwe. Na ensem e wo pose mu papa. You know, around this time 2022 aka 2023 4. How many years to go? Danger time pa na e wono. Se wanye careful se bi to nipa bi trimu a na sa asem no wan fa kwan bi so manipa na enye omo ho nti ase a it informed the voter no the nadwen ko. And I kind of figure so we are in those times. Call it the perilous times because one really has some to nipa team no be a me yanwa asem we de bia ye catch MPP communication machinery. We the emfa pose we won. One of the things I can say has militated against the drive of this government has been that of their communication all through to it. Now, Info Analytics and a global Info Analytics report a capture e-levy. E-levy domi kwa benyafo. Woma dwene eye omo saying ewo e-levy no ho. Almighty e-levy no. Now, kwabana yenko 18, page 18. Now, what is the report saying as far as e-levy is concerned? Now, Kwabena, take us to page 18. Great. Okay. Musa, explain this to me.
In fact, you catch them. There was a preamble before the question. You catch them. Say, I buying a pro seeking support from Ghanaians to support the e-levy. Town hall engagement nationwide. Do you still support or do you support the e-levy? Simple question.
Yeah.
And 77% of voters are Omodomi say e-levy no, they don't support it.
Really?
Yes.
This is pretty serious.
It is in line
Greater Accra.
In Domi Kwabena, Greater Accra. In fact, in Greater Accra as a whole, our last poll it shows 75% of people in Greater Accra don't support it. So this 77% is much higher than the average in Greater Accra.
What does that mean? Give us the correspondence.
You know, sometimes in certain areas you have 75% support or opposition, in some areas 72, in some areas 77. Who average here, it will form in the middle. But you can look at the various areas and see how they oppose it. For example, if you have regional breakdown, your regional breakdown.
Yeah.
And we can even look at this e-levy opposition by electoral areas, by Yanfa Maha. A bit men share Abukubi for doing the same or e-levy, we are able to do that. But when it shows overall, 76% of voters in Domi Kwabena say e-levy no, didn't support it.
Musa, let's stay a while longer here. Now, in trying to go on their minds to understand them, do you think, let's even put the polls aside, and so far, considering also the euphoria e-levy has generated, do you think on the minds of the people of Domi Kwabena is about what they've heard, what they are hearing from media? Oh, e-levy is the killer, e-levy is this, or it's about, say, they are opposing it is not having the deeper understanding of, say, it's part of us. We need to pay this tax in order to see to it a development.
Look,
try to be reading their minds and let's digest it.
We didn't need to read their mind. They told us why.
They told you why?
Yes.
Let's share.
Okay, so we didn't need to make any assumption for anybody. Say, oh, we asked them, if you don't support the e-levy, why are you not in support of e-levy? And I response to my
any day
You couldn't crack any report no or report no more.
Okay, but I think say no more corner. Okay, Kwabena, give us page 19. Maybe that's what Musa is referring to. But that then became on party lines.
No, I think go forward. Go let me see. Maybe you have missed. And I think that's what we are looking at.
This one.
No, the next one.
The next one. Oh, page 20.
Yes.
20.
Yes, this one.
Oh, okay. Page 20.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So that's it.
Why are you not in support of the e-levy? Okay. Kwabena, keep in mind, we'll come back to page 19. Page 19 was on political lines. Keep that one in mind. We'll come back. But Musa, explain why you are not in support of it. And that ratings gives us what?
Now, here, the first bar.
Very skyrocketing figures here.
Yes. The highest proportion of people, about 24%, say the rate is too high.
Oh.
Though
they believe that it's a tax that ought to come.
Yes, but rate no say too high. Okay. No, that's how they would oppose it.
Okay. 1.75.
Yes. And then the 23% said they don't see what the taxes are used for.
As new. Oh, the tax in here.
Yes. So that is the reason why they oppose the e-levy. Yes, that's what the people of the community said to us.
And then which was
the third reason was that the government can cut down on waste and expenditure. Into e-levy into
So here they're also asking government should cut waste.
Yes, that's why they're not supporting, because they think that if government can cut waste, why should they be forced to pay e-levy?
Great. Somebody is saying the other one, 11% says one. I am overburdened with taxes.
Already. And so tax no doesn't also do.
My goodness.
And another one say, I am struggling already. I say, one more issue.
He who is down, fear no fall. Just on the form did that. Why is she?
Yes.
Now, Musa, let's try to gauge this. This is a very serious, looming AO. If you look at all these issues coming up, what does that tell us as a people? Where do we draw the line in all of this people talking here?
You see,
as a poster,
this should inform the town hall engagement that you are doing. Because does it mean that you can compromise on the rate?
Okay.
And people will say, okay, now we can support it. Right? But second one, we don't see what the tax are used for. A long-term process, because we can't just take one day and achieve that.
That's correct.
It's done over time.
Yeah.
When they see development, in fact, some of this data in the first one, Tamale.
Okay.
Tamale people, about 47% of them said they support e-levy. And 39 say almost support them. But you could see, say, maybe Tamale is seeing something interchange in their area. So they are linking the taxes that the e-levy would rake in to possibly what they are seeing in Tamale metropolis. So it kind of connected the e-levy to the development.
Yeah. Okay.
So when you are able to link maybe the taxes to development properly in your engagement, I think you'll be more successful. But I think the most important issue here is the rate. Obviously, the rate, probably if that had been a bit lower, people would have. People would probably complain, but it's okay. Go there.
Great. But then, with this reflection, also, what's informed? Would this reflection inform the town hall, or otherwise we should halt it off?
No, I don't think I'm the one to advise government as to what they should do. But these figures are informative. They can take it and say, okay, what can we do with the format of the town hall, and then be able to see what best we can do.
I see. Okay, Kwabena, come back to page 19. Page 19, do you support the e-levy? This time I think it was on party lines. Great.
Here,
so what are they saying?
You share across all the political party divide.
Okay.
We say in some issues,
obedient, they are skyrocketing,
on some issues, NDC and MPP were at different places. We
yeah.
But on e-levy, the same road. So 67% of MPP supporters in Domi Kwabena opposed the e-levy.
Okay.
Only 26 or 28 supported. NDC 91%. Only 6% opposed it, supported. Other parties here, 56% supported. 26%, 26% support and 56% opposed. Floating voters say 80% opposed and 11 for it. So you can see, say, on the 11,
yeah, yeah.
They are united against the e-levy in the Kwabena.
So these are on party lines.
Party lines.
So even with the e-levy, NDC 6% are backing the e-levy,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And then NPP,
28%.
I see. But how can NPP 67% are opposing the e-levy there?
I don't think the issue is a party issue. No, it's not a political issue. They are almost assessing based on how it will affect them. I can be party A sympathizer, but I don't believe that this is maybe good. So that's what they are doing.
So they are speaking out of what they feel.
Exactly.
This is what we want.
Exactly.
Not that, okay, with or without party, they are Ghanaians.
Yes.
Great. Comrade, give us page 21, which is options government should pursue to prevent economic collapse. Now, this one is very crucial. Nusa, explain this to us pretty well.
You say, okay, so government say e-levy the economy might collapse. Having known the effect of the e-levy, what should the government do? A number of options. One, approve. Only 10% of respondents said, if the economy will collapse, then approve the e-levy.
Okay, 10%.
Only 10%. 12% say,
hey. Really?
Yes. And 51% say, abano on-cut expenditure drastically. 51% say abano on-cut down on expenditure. And 16% say
expenditure, no expenditure, government expenditure.
So there are so many things the government can do. Minister of Finance, say in the 2022 budget, almost suspended about 20 billion expenditure. So it's part of the process to make sure that they realign, cut down and balance the budget. But it was still tough for him because of the commitments maybe we have to seek to. So those were the issues we were talking about. Maybe they think say he could do more.
Yeah.
And 16% say, hey, so say our money will collapse, and the moment money will collapse. So when they inform, so say e-levy, our money will collapse, and you collapse.
So they don't care.
They don't care. Yes, 16%, and they are the second highest group.
Hey. What should government, play out here in such critical moment with this group of people? What should government be talking to them, and what should government be doing in order to inform all of them on the balancing sheet?
I think based on this data, maybe what the government should do is to demonstrate, say, waste no ampa yakati.
There must be a commitment,
yes. Right? We yakati. But yakati nina, but still, and so, into no, maybe that they would probably say, oh, okay, or say travels, okay. Who to kwaya and for first class for economy, who to kwaya and for business for way, buying. So those kind of messages would help the people say, oh, Abang is doing something, or say we party, your conferences. So those kind of messages, even though some are just symbolic, but it shows say you are doing something. Because almost a cut expenditure, you must show them say you are doing so.
Would that also includes maybe ministers so reduce one
expenditure. Be piano, only inform. Yes. They want to see say you're taking the steps to do that.
Great. 53 minutes gone past the hour 9. My guest here, Mr. Musa K. Dankwa, Executive Director, Global Info Analytics, Namineno AD in Common. Na share sa wo polls here, polls we are capture, staggering figures giving a whole picture of what is happening in one constituency, and that constituency is in if you look at it on party lines, what that constituency actually stands for, any of this, harrowing figures, a free more urban, what it makes or what it means to the governing party NPP, any opposition, as I earlier indicated, it's a wake-up call for the governing party, and at the same time, opposition and other allied parties are most more count. Sometimes when them you take can on my way, I'm sorry. You can come on my oh, so constituency radio sebio with the Udran crazy wa or befa. I'm beginning to think that, as I said, political parties in motion is to say that era is fading, if not say fading created. Oh, wait, no. And you see, the political parties have countenanced on this experience for far too long. And that also means that such constituencies will be bringing development. Sometimes the love for the party counts a lot. But then again and again, when their love for the party goes on and on, now basic needs of the people are not being adhered to. And if you know many bread. Well, their inability to access certain basic amenities, Jack, I feel we say, "Who do you drive? Could you know I tell you, idea as what I've seen so far, 29 years in our fourth republicanism, politicians are more men. You don't learn a lot. It's all about let's take advantage of them. Let's take advantage of the people. Let's take advantage. Advantage na mbe tekina kuwie se pan yem fa de we measure coin. You see, it reminds me of the days of VAT. Ye de VAT eba. Ye did this Becca said that VAT will not receive approval. But eventually VAT receive approval. Now, aha enasem kesi enso wa ye beka ho asem. Ene say hunte ni na ekoso no. Maame adwoa safo yesi ɔma afie hɔ ɛ wɔma hwehwɛ na epunu ahoma no epunu ha yentenenka flight yɛde kɔfa na ba wɔbɛba ɔma ɛna akɔyɛ a tag of war. Now asɛm ka wo ne yɛ ka wo sɛ nɛ aba na sɛ dɔme kwabenya ɛsɛ sɛ yɛyɛ by election. How will the elections play out to the governing party? Kwabena, give us page 22 and what it says about that, na yenko na fi Musa and fire and two more. Well, the recall, address Safo and by-elections. Musa, what does this mean?
Yes. In fact, the entire code domi kwabenya pa ni sakwesi. Because a buyer no na man for a big campaign for biom promo ha musum de omano tumu.
So what is it? Because early stage, sometime 2 weeks or so ago.
Yes.
It's a whole massive pressure.
Say young call, young recall, no young call. So near Phyllis Abia,
I think say post Ben F. and Cross suggested say
yes. I remember that. I remember that. Inti and also kahona say okay young cocobinya honey and say Abia omo information be yen nima and be something useful for us into know. And it's near call it. I could be some say don't come for you. Before say I just for my parliament for several days indeed. A national in the own person entry sign. Indeed, in some of can move fast one arm on for us. Entry sign and I don't know in the Juma of parliament to her.
And almost it.
And a move 47% say I just for Munyano.
Great. Okay, let's watch this. Do you support the call for your MP to be recalled from Parliament? Naturally, say, Opa say, a member of Parliament, ye free and Rashebe is what does the figures read?
47% say there be Mamma Famon Sankano, Munyano Honoyan Juma as MP. And 44% say I mun twene nsan.
Hey.
Or Domi Kwabenya.
Asema da honi.
Yes, and 9% say omodi omuni adwinbia o sa nsem no ho. As we speak,
interesting times.
Majority of Domi Kwabenya voters say Adwasafo munyai no. Yes.
Let's play this way there. Hypothetically, if the governing party elements be Star Wars, be air plan, they said they will go on this venture. Tangential. Do you think is it advised politically?
No, from the poll, from the numbers that I have seen, I can only speak to the numbers. If they themselves have seen the numbers and they do otherwise, then it's up to them. Because the numbers are not clearly they are showing clearly.
This poll,
yes,
this figures tells us that decision will be politically incorrect.
Yes.
Wow, this is quite disturbing, though. Now, so 44, but then again, Musa, 44% will say I am on Famansa and
now. Yan share almost say yin jino no. Any almost say yin no. Party ben no free.
Okay. Party ban on free.
Yes, that will be probably the next slide.
Great. Okay, so if okay, so let's go.
This question by party affiliation.
By party affiliation.
Yes.
Okay, now let's look at it. Situate it now in the political household.
Yes.
How did it play over there?
Exactly.
Okay, come on, give us 24 page 24. Is if there is by-election, who would you vote for? Is it this one?
Okay, no, not this one.
Not this one.
Whether,
okay.
Maybe go up, go for the bit, see whether that figure is there. Let me see.
Which one is that?
Oh, no, I think it wasn't captured, but I think I have the number somewhere. I can.
Really?
Yes.
On party lines, you know?
Yes. Well, what it's not showing here, but what we found is that majority of MPP supporters don't want her to be recalled. Majority. For now, almost say Adwasafo yenja no hono. Mom enyino no.
Yeah.
Omo ye MPP 4.
My enyino omo ye MPP 4. Okay, so omo poma dey sir.
Yes, MPP supporters don't want Adwasafo to be recalled. And a majority for omo say enyino mfiri hono. Majority ye NDC 4.
Say no omo pakunwa nti.
Exactly.
So it's so obvious. So on political lines, it played perfectly, isn't it?
Perfectly, yes.
I see. Great. Now, let me look at this one. It says, if there is a by-election, all right, come now, take me to page 24. 24 says that if there is a by-election, who would you vote for?
Yes.
Musa,
this
is scary here.
Scary for who? Maybe it depends on as a pollster, well, I'm showing the figures. If you are NDC, you'll be jubilating. If you're an MPP, you have a cause to worry.
Okay, so who are these personalities here?
Madam or Mrs. Electoral Akurugu.
Electoral.
Yes. She was the NDC candidate for 2020 elections. She ran against Josefu and she lost.
Okay.
68% to 40% or thereabout. And Marco Kwe, MPP PCL candidate or running against Josefu in the primaries in W. Kwamina.
Yeah.
Yeah, assume say maybe MPP will bring Michael Quake.
Okay.
NDC will bring their own candidate.
We are just assuming.
Assuming.
That's right.
Say, assuming say the race no between Akurugu and Michael Quake, who would you vote for in Domi Kwabenya here? Yeah. Ibisa omuno. 44% of Domi Kwabenya voters say Ombeto Ama Akurugu of NDC.
That is today and
today, yes.
Yeah, kasi to aba.
Yes.
This is how it will reflect.
This is what they have said. And 43% say Ombeto Michael Quake. 8% say somebody else. They will vote for somebody else.
I see.
And 5% say Abano Omonto. They will not vote. So in polling, no. With time, Omama say I will not vote, no. They may change their mind. And when they do, they may vote for Mr.
That
A or Mr. B.
Yes.
And somebody else, if they were trying, that somebody is not seeing him.
That's right.
Or seeing her. And if that is the case and I want to vote, okay, I'll make a choice between these two candidates. So on the election day, no, the actual vote depends on how these two elements behave in the end.
Play their game as well.
Yes, yes.
I see. But as it stands,
Michael Quay is behind Akurugu.
Great. Try to interpret what might be the reasons behind why these figures are on this parallel lines.
One thing is very clear.
Even though Adwoa Safo is the candidate.
Okay. There are certain reasons that may be obvious. Others may not be obvious. Now, first and foremost, this is a constituency that is opposed to e-levy. Right?
Okay.
E-levy no pay e-levy no. They oppose to e-levy. And this by-election, if it happens, is going to be fought on the e-levy. Yeah. Because any of those promises.
Okay.
So, omoko campaign na makokwe say mekwa metoma e-levy. Yeah, so e-levy no mompe. Right? So a very delicate position the ruling party has found itself in Domi Kwabenya. So the only candidate that can assure them of voting against e-levy no Akurugu.
I see.
And probably that's one of the reasons why she's ahead. Now another reason could be that some people will feel said you have brought down their MP.
Okay.
Not everybody will be happy when Adwoa Safo is brought down in Domi Kwabenya.
Yeah.
And those people may either switch their vote as a protest or sit at home
as a protest
for the decision that has been taken by the party. That could result in some of these things that is playing out in the showing in the polls.
So the dynamics are pretty fluid, eh?
Yes.
Wow, great. Now look at the parliamentary results in 2004 and 2020. What were you trying to reconcile here?
I was trying to show historically.
Great. Give us page 25. Okay.
And the MPP has performed in that constituency over time.
Okay.
You can see the gap between the blue and the green is what NPP uses to win. Now, if elections were held today, you can see that the blue and the green chart have converged.
That's correct.
It means it's a dead heat. Can be anybody's game to win in Domi Kwabenya. That's what the graph is showing. It's to show you the magnitude of the drop in Domi Kwabenya in pictorial form. From 2016 and 2020, MPP dropped about 10%, from 68 to 58. So that performance is showing downward trend. So it doesn't make this graph surprising because the graph was already heading down.
Yeah.
So something must be done to, if they want to maintain that seat. Yes.
Yeah.
But sometimes when it comes to by-election, the feelings are different from general election. Because by-election, I'm for feeling say but that may not translate into general election.
Yes.
So some of this are the by-election which may not necessarily translate into general election, but sometimes don't ignore it. It could be a long-term trend.
A bit me I trickish.
Yes.
In a way.
Yes.
Charlie, Now, let's look at voters' choice for by-election by party lines. Okay, Correct, give us 27 page. So, 27 page.
This one.
No, I don't think it's this one. No.
It's this one, I think.
No. Page 27. Page 27. Page 27 is voters' choice by election by party affiliation. It's a get this one for us.
We are looking at the totality of people who said they are MPP and who they were voting for in Domi Kwabenya.
Okay.
The Yehu say 86.7% of MPP supporters are voting for Mike Okwe. 86%. And 2.4% are voting for Akurugu. 6.4 says someone else. And 4.4 say they will not vote. You hear that 4.4 and 6.4 compared to NDC4.
Okay.
If you look at the NDC bar, 5.6% of NDC people are voting for Michael Quay, which is much better than MPP doing same for NDC candidates.
Yeah.
But here, 91% of NDC supporters are voting for their own candidate. It means they are solidly behind their own candidate than the MPP. In MPP, only 86%. NDC is 91%. Now, someone else, only 1.8% of NDC people are saying say they will vote for someone else. That number is 6.4 in NDC, in MPP. It means there are people in NPP that are fed up. So, that's what it means. And then look at the people who said I will not vote. In NDC, it's only 1.4%. So, about a month.
Yeah.
In MPP, it's 4.4. So, there is more apathy in MPP. In Domi Kwabenya, in terms of I will not vote, about a month than in NDC. That is why the NDC candidate is leading.
Yeah. So the MPP has a lot of work to be done. They have a lot of work to do there. To balance this apathy now, falling in.
Yeah.
Wow. This is a hit in him. Then choice of parliamentary candidates versus recalling Adjosafo. What's the understanding of that? Come and give us 28 page. Page 28. Great. This one. Choice of parliamentary candidates.
Okay. Ahana semino wono. Omo tuma Michael Quay no.
Yeah.
16% say Adjosafo omo training sign. Yes. And 74% say Adjosafo munya no wo ho.
Okay.
And 13% say omo ni opinion. And
you.
Yeah, it means say you declare by election, you are fighting against people who said they don't want her to be removed.
Okay.
And these are the people you have to convince to vote for you.
That's right.
So someone says, my media memma is going to affect you.
So any easy how?
Now, yen share omo say yen I just have free corner. Yen share akurugu. Akurugu no 73% of people who are voting for her no almost say I just have almost training sign. So she doesn't have an issue with that dynamics.
That's right. But 16%.
Only 16% of her people said that she didn't recall Adjosafo.
Okay.
So even if she's going to battle them, almost no so.
Oh.
But in the case of Michael Quay, no, they are the majority of the people who are voting for him say Munya Sankano. So this could play a very tricky role in the by-election.
Very tricky. Very tricky. Well, it's an open aim. Okay, Yanko, give us 29, page 29. Would you want the MP who might replace Adjosafo to vote for the e-levy?
Yeah.
Answer on the buy now. What are you
trying to say? Look, assume you say Makotwaba. Why you will be for say on parliament, no uncle see Adjosafo name.
A name.
So on bakuno parliament to ho na say you got to e-levy aba.
Yeah.
More for us say uncle 2 years and I know Emma e-levy. And 80% for say okwa or 2 no. They are giving you a clear mandate of going to vote no. Don't go and vote yes.
Great. So in this circumstance, playing it up here. Is it also by way of Adjosafo to understand that today, even if she's okay and she'll go to parliament, the people have spoken.
So you are Obakwana. If she sees this poll, no town hall in the area where I'm gonna say Adiwe Okwa and 2 years, so she will be in a dilemma, just like future MP, assuming he goes to parliament.
So then it means that she need more town hall meetings and town hall discussions.
Yes, to convince them
and educate them.
You see, MPs no town hall time to time.
Yeah.
Now issues are burning no okwa omakasi wenim. Me are sure say I just have a town hall but me call and there. We no makachire no.
Okay, then young closely up with says that
yes, people that table young call. I don't know whether you have electoral areas result. I don't know.
Well, here I have the proportion of voters backing candidates, but
I think we can skip this one.
We can skip this one.
Yeah,
okay. Now, but see again.
Yeah, next one here. Next page.
The next page is giving us voters' preferences in MPP. Now, I wanted to do this on Wednesday.
We'll leave that. There was one chart even say India summary on
yeah.
And that chart, a show Michael Quay and Kurugunu in all the electoral areas, and he found a
Oh, really?
Yes. In fact, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you have to get me that one.
Yes,
then
yes.
Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah, because Wednesday, what we want to do is that we'll look at voters' preference in NPP primaries. Why and MPP no more? When we say, don't make a for say, it's so no too franca. Yes, serious. But as I said, Mede Musa Asia way bear part one of their report. Me say a bear ya dream huya. Na ye na kakranka krani na yetiminya. Your understanding. Radler, a lemon flavored refreshing alcoholic beverage palm. Now the air can is a drink way. You can only see it in cans. Our can come. Now open drink way beer with the air party, a year or any program beer. Send as I drinks be near their call. Yet drinks beer the call program as soon as say malt and not coke and as for no. You dim walk with Radler drink way a flavored and alcohol kakra ubetimi enye bi wo baby bray ubetimi akọ Kumasi na wa hwehweye DBS Colas Enterprise wo mu Kumasi ubenya omo 0209 646533 uba Accra ha so Accra ha no ye 0200 111 101 0200 111 101. I will say I'm going to food and drugs for Edwin Sasha. Yes, I drink it. I say now Radler for some country every day. Yes, summer 21st clinic is in country. Say Yareni a friend is sciatica. Your ya will be a free a year or a friend is saying waist now connected to the thighs, then to the buttocks, through to the calf, to the toe. Now grind over sciatica. Yeah, papa. Ehihye nkrofo be bebre na de be sorry chief executive mo sorry one office on what Mrs. na we fa now yare o udi agora e background o e do what form sciatica force bra na yentimi enhwe yare ne emfa edru e ma ma hoto enye wodiam sciatica could about 18 laboratories all over Ghana. I uko friend sample kufrodia for no B Foster Ministries Road Sky Plaza building. Kumasi for Domain Market Heavy Duty building mum. Kumasi Accra Domain Market Heavy Duty building. Accra for Kumasi for no area overseas. Your takradi you sunyani teaching and guaso any siri etc. Baby brain 18 regional capitals ni na no ye wom na 21st say bomodiana frɛ wom 0540 311 311 and 0546 616161 no eating common. Franco Trading Enterprise, your leading mobile phone accessories and electronic retail outlets or near be brave still the month of love entry mu the opposite will tell them out phone bit me iPhone, Samsung, Nokia or smart TV ranging 32 55 inches, tabletop fridges, air condition 1.5 and a 2.5 horsepower ni maybe or Shannon say products in our discounted prices all over Ghana. Now the air catcher and say Bomodiana brand be di edra or say please take note that do not pick any Franco Trading number via Google. Oko Google and find a number. Pick a number no ewa has say 0246422338 and 0555 939 Afizu betimi ako Google Play Store and I'll be visiting the website www.francotrading.com. Franco Trading not still phone papa fieni great mede Musa ABC say na yahwe definitely messages mabeken kana Wednesday yaba behwe all about the preferences by election no and me say by election wo hwe primaries and MPP primaries no why any adnisi ho a candidates mienu why na befa e wo dome kwa ben omo na e ka say o then ye behwe saying voter preference general elections between Dr. Baumia and John Mahama why and obe wini e wo dome kwa benya ho na ya hwe bi so dia dome kwa benya for enso eka efa kind of simple enye easy o the omo kafa hwan ho ma me mfa no ema o last na fi yen hwa de voter preference general elections Allen Kwadwo Tremantin ene Mahama hwan ne be wini wo all of this Mr. Musa dankwa eba be church ni nemu nyankopon ya ma Wednesday ne de no so ekwenim now quite a loads of messages ma me try ne enclare ni na emfiri ho na yenhwe maybe producer better say you be 1 or 2 calls be near do my can say here in UK taxes and penalties are used for development. Why not in Ghana? Joseph Menu na Ekawe. Kweku Anan, it's true we are lacking good roads at Dome and Kwabenya. Samuel Afari na Eka say we hate that our tax are not being used to develop the country. Mismanagement. Felicia Yabwana Eka say also you want a country to develop but you hate to pay tax. Gold soul Eka. Imagine 16% do not care about Ghana. The country should collapse. Awafo Matnekawe. Kweku asked the guy, did he find out how many of them pay tax to government at Dome Kwabenya? John Yakunekawe. I said, Master, this is NDC, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to use that word and I will not do so. Also, you fear to pay e-levy. If a Ghanaian acquires wealth, he uses it and boasts with it, but don't pay tax. Okay? They don't want good things. This is just an NDC propaganda research. Okay, what do you know? Please, the youths, let not be deceived by incompetence. Mahama and NDC President John Addo Nanado is doing well. Bismarck Boache. Please don't like, or see, you don't like paying tax, so this is not surprising. Nanaya, sorry, Nekin. On the e-levy, people don't want to pay tax. Also, they don't understand the e-levy system. Kwesi Sam. I know this is simple, but I do not think we can use the view of 587 to speak for the population. I'm sure you have to listen and listen well. Governing a country is not only about development, but reforms, example, justice, judicial, and true democracy. Samuel Usne can say, President Nana Addo is doing a great job. Let's all Ghanaians support her. Did you say her or is him? And develop Ghana together. Nana B. Nekwe, thumbs up for President Zelensky's of Ukraine for standing up to oppression despite the challenging times. Kweku Apau. Poku Nekwe. This man Putin make the whole world forget about COVID-19 just with one strike. The truth. Onse basano. Western media ni na ano na say see na one time was one day events and COVID ne yo. Woman you need every home. CNN no. Me have Crawford no. Woman ye fro no. Woman edi woman natural. Or see people of Ghana, please pay attention. President Nanado was appointed by the Holy Spirit. He is our David, Beatrice Mensa. Good evening, Kweku, and greetings to you all. Good job, bro. Thanks for the update. God bless you. Theresa JB. George Bush, father, used his own Ghanaians to overthrow Dr. Kwame Nkrumah from power. We are right. All what you have said will not reach anywhere. So, Kweku, please, you better save your energy about Ukraine for home. I'll say, so now 4 countries want to rule the world. Russia, North Korea, Iran, and China. So who would help to do it? Most of our leaders are greedy and corrupt mavis. Good evening. Let us all pray for Ukraine and Russia. Obapa Jimfua. Kweku, please stop there. UN doesn't mean anything. It stands for let Africa mind its own business. Edith Opoku. I'm watching you live from Libya. Good evening and good job. Daniel Dankwa. Good evening, Kweku. Watching you live from Birmingham, UK. Okay. Good evening, Kweku. Watching you live from Birmingham. So welcome back. UK salute you and all your viewers. Usu Donkwa can say Also, good evening, Netu and the Seed Show. God bless you. Keep up the good news. Stella Marte. Say, good evening, and Netu family. Kwame Nekawe. Also, I hope the Russians have not hacked into your sound. Also, Kwekwan, and good evening. I'm watching you people live from Verona, Italy. Good work, Kofi Ebwa. Say, Kweku, you are doing very well. Keep it up, and greetings to my mentor, Honorable Ken. The people of Russia wants to bring another world war. How can you attack an innocent country? Same Jones. Good evening, Kweku Anan and Netu TV, watching you live from London. Asantewa and Ekanism. It is time the world rise against Russia and tell them in their face of the bad attack. Ya safuna Eka Media say. Well, Obia any views ne Niomaniama Opesa Oka Edisio. Great may the BC and say may nya time crown farm mama lessons. Yeah. Musa. Yes. So Yankuba Yama Wednesday about the rest and so na yashim. Na fi ahana ohoso ehumpa na manfo timi ehu say hey obi ba JK obi ni yem nsam net is saying. But I do believe that this report is really going to help political parties, you know, say a wake-up call, heads up into going forward, playing up into 2025. Yes, Anna.
Yes.
Your last words, Musa.
My last word, they say, I want people to believe or to know, or understand, say, Yenye NDC hired propaganda research organization, a private company, and anything I research now, not yet the methodology no at one be
methodology no.
And one found to then it will be a problem.
Yeah.
The yepa actually a man for say ye ejuma abwa omaino abwa all the political parties na abwa yeso as a company so because say ya nyewe no mo obi anti yenka ema ejuma nye so we no na it me ya na ama yedin ajibebia, and I think say going forward no they will hear more from us.
Good one. Going forward, you hear more from. You see, I think about when I walk room ha, EDD iridium is our intolerance level. You need tolerance. Ewo main way. Just say a NDC o name o kwansa o jina oni change of mind. Or MPP so as I enve no mu my own. There we need diversity in opinion. We have to diversify. Because on kwa undi mu ya manere it's a see a chichim for what dream bra for also dear bra me fam pick up. That is how you build a nation. Into some extremism and more fundamentalism no sa anyo man upa na dia to me anime nya sa wo NDC for na me from or mumma, but the point is other places, you know, you're from a moko but I me from a mumma muba nchebeboa ni ya hwe. It's a consensus building near the nyoma yeden. That is how we build a nation. Minya dako na NDC ni MPP for amon so. The Ombeka Ghana for NDC see a Brazil MPP for ni develop a blueprint. A blueprint that will reflect national in character. Okay, ye ba 5 years and 7 years. Ni a baby. Mosumo ba na mosumo sa nje wan bu na be didi. Scanning a tower, mundi kakra, movie amokono, we num sap and almost di kakra, no way be and mudi be dim, mad be the dim, honia de movie and amakono made Ghana activity. That's it. And so most money. Well, Minibubesia, of course, the show was greatly produced by great guys, Fatao Zanze, George Sako, the great Safo, and then Kwesi Nelson, Emmanuel Adumako, Kenneth Teche, Japan, Robert Baffo, Fin MCR. This show, Ebrel, and of course, Kobe Scratch, great guys on the production team, editors or more at large, Fifi, Guy G, and then George Ni Okaite, Chicago, Director of Research, Israel, Tel Aviv, Israel, for Munina, Mopesa Ukraine negotiations, no Mumpa and of course, this show, at the same time, say Wednesday, Ebebano will go into the report and other explosive aspect of it. Niasha say, Ebebwa Equivy saying. We are just preliminaries. Nyoma ebe buama ubi ehuniniso, and then what they need to do ahead of 2024 elections. My name has been Kwekwana, and this has been the Seed Show. Same time Wednesday. Bye for now.